2. Still wasn't enough time.
Nope.
Still wasn't enough time to.
Not get it.
I did
rein
this.
it in.
I did this to farm. No, I tried to cover it.
Welcome everybody to the Natural Ones. We are a fun little group that likes to play D&D. What? Is that wrong?
We're a fun little group that likes to play.
All right.
Do you think we're a big, mean group?
Yeah, we're
a big
group.
mean individual.
Yeah. I don't have many other ways to open tonight, mainly just because there's a lot of planning going on, and I just sort of have to suffer through it, I guess.
Well, so what it is we got those magic items from Robin, and when we killed Robin and his merry men, we were gonna. The whole thing was we were like, yeah, we'll identify these while we're on our way to Harrow. And then the egregore stuff happened, and that like took up the rest of the episode. And then it was like, okay. So that happened off camera.
Yeah.
So we identified and divvied up the magic items.
The two of them. The two
of
magic
them.
Divvied up as if there was like a...
Well, because we had to shuffle stuff
hoard
around
of
because we have a lot more magic items than we have attunement slots. And every one of these magic items always requires attunement.
Shuffle? Sorry, I apologize.
No, you don't.
I'm like a Silver Age Batman villain, the Shuffler. Kind of thing. They're like, we can't bring this back. Let's have Dick fight him. He'll be a Nightwing villain now.
Yeah, I love the idea of supervillains who are like, we can't bother Batman with this guy.
He's put him on probation.
Yeah, I don't know. Just
can you just shadow somebody for a bit?
Just like really get this thing down before.
Let's give him to Batwing. He's new. I don't know.
Give him to Darkwing Duck.
Sorry, Cam. Sorry, Cam.
Yeah, no. nothing but respect. Cam's not gonna watch this.
No, of course not.
We find out that Camrys, star of the acclaimed CW television series Batwoman, has actually been like a secret underground fan of our show this entire time.
No, definitely.
In his life, he's had time to watch 3 to 4 hour episodes of this every week.
And his literal best friend runs a D&D campaign that he wouldn't participate in, so he's like, yeah,
well,
obviously
it's not that
I
good
gotta...
compared to this one.
So anyway, we that aside,
that aside,
you have all come upon sort of as you guys were getting close to the city of Harrow. You
Hi.
What?
Nothing.
You were met with General Nathaniel. Oh God, I can't remember his last name now. But
Drake.
Nathaniel, and
Nathaniel
he kind
Drake.
of ushered you guys off to the side and into their little small encampment of semi-resistance fighters. They've been fighting for about a week. Yeah.
Spiders?
Nathaniel Pallor.
Did you just say there were semi-resistant spiders?
Yeah.
Fighters. Semi-resistance fighters, not spiders.
I mean, they can be spiders. Give Nameless time and a crayon.
My God.
I'm so sorry. There was a...
Nathaniel's mini ready.
Well, might as well just keep that. Who knows what she's going to turn into.
That's fair. She might be a spider during this episode. Who knows?
Dragon spider.
I painted that specifically because she always turns into a spider.
Dragon spider definitely sounds like a very terrifying creature.
Here's the thing. Spiders alone are terrifying. Dragon spider.
A dragon with 8 legs. Or is it a spider with a dragon mouth?
Could be beautiful.
Could be great. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about semi-resistance fighters who have been trying to take back their city after a battalion of Sapphire Knights have trudged through and kind of
ruined everything.
Well, they're trying to take control of their city. And currently Nathaniel has let the group understand that like they barely have enough food for another few days. They really can't do much more. They're probably Nathaniel was honest and he said, "I feel like it's time. Like we're at the point where we just gotta cut our losses here." And after a moment reprieve outside, he also informed Liam of his grandfather's death at the hands of the Knights of the Sapphire Heart. And emboldened and emotional, that is where we start with everyone else still in the tent. About 15 minutes go by since Nathaniel and Liam have stepped outside to talk. Neither has returned. And it's just starting to hit you now that's just a lot of time to be in this tent without someone coming back.
I just don't understand why every plan involves turning me into a snake.
Well, because then Setlolly and you can talk to each other. You can do that normally, I'm aware. But she really wants to talk to snakes.
Do I?
You always say it.
Off camera.
Ever since you read that book.
I'm sorry, I'm taking my shoes off. Okay, I'm better now.
Do you think we should be worried that neither of them are back yet?
Is that a long time to talk to someone?
I mean, it just kind of depends on what they're talking about, but also this is a time-sensitive issue. And 15 minutes does feel like a while.
Well, it could be any number of things, really. I mean, a lot of people that Liam knows are here.
I mean,
it couldn't hurt. It couldn't.
In there?
Well, yes, but also, this resistance is made up of people that he knows. It's possible he's just checking in with them. Either way, I don't think we're gonna make much more headway on this plan without his input. We might as well go looking for him, I guess. I don't think we can risk the other people that are here. Not against the Knights.
Oh, we're gonna go in alone?
I'm not sure. We'll just need to think of something. We'll see. Whatever Liam's doing, I think he needs to take point on this. We just need to make sure that, he makes it.
As you guys all leave the tent and kind of start looking around the camp, you're not able to find him. He isn't found talking to anyone. It's also still early in the morning. This is arguably, it's like 3 a.m. right now, close to. So you guys have, you're not finding him is essentially the last word.
Is anybody still awake? Like, is Nathaniel still around? Or
you eventually do find Nathaniel.
Is he awake?
Yes, that's my point. Yeah.
I don't suppose you've seen Liam.
Yeah, saw him just a moment ago.
And you didn't? Is he checking with someone else? I'm assuming this encampment is pretty small. We can kind of see all of it.
Fairly small, yeah.
Yeah. What exactly did you talk about?
Sort of just letting him know something, and well, I mean, I haven't seen him since.
Was this bad news?
Yeah, pretty bad news.
Okay, we might need to go now.
Go where now?
After Liam.
How do you mean?
If you told him something that's going to upset him, odds are he's got a hot head. Odds are he would have gone to do something about it.
Suppose I just was hoping for something different today. Yeah,
You need
give me a
to,
second. And he just starts to get his gear together.
It's you need to make sure that everybody else here stays safe.
Yeah, I am.
Okay. Can we use the animals to figure out where he is? Nameless.
Panther. Can you sniff him out?
Sure. Go ahead and make me a perception check. With advantage, because he's using his scent.
He knows
He's
that
using
scent
his
well.
senses.
He knows that smell well.
Oh no. Okay. You said perception? 22. Thank God for advantage.
And he just... I've got him.
Okay. Odds are the plan is going to be we hit hard and fast. I don't think we have time to... There's not going to be any sneaking around this time.
I don't understand. I'm a little confused here, I think. We're going to get Liam or we're going to attack, or are they the same thing?
Depending on how far away is the town from here.
About 20 minutes.
He's probably going to get there before we do. So, we need to go as fast as we can, and we need to be ready to fight as soon as we get there. He's striking during the night, so that'll give him a bit of an advantage, but he can only get so far by himself.
I don't mean to be mean, but you both kind of suck at sneaking, so I don't think so.
Unimportant. The point is, I don't think he's going to try to be quiet.
Oh. I walk.
I run.
Okay.
I
I'm
can
the
put somebody on.
slowest one of everybody, so
I
I will
can
be
put some-
behind you all.
I can put. Well, we got Flanagan. You can get on Flanagan. Is Pangolin still with us?
Yep. Pangolin is still there.
Can we get Pangolin to move, or is Pangolin just going to sit there unless Liam says something?
I
He has
talk-
independent thought.
Come here, boy. We need to get Liam.
Roll me a persuasion check.
This pangolin turns himself into a motorcycle.
I ride.
Let's ride. That's a 27. Is that okay?
He steps
He needs a
forward.
28.
Sorry, he's got a persuasion AC of 30.
He's immune
That
to
should
being
be kind of
charmed,
fun.
though, so it's a good thing you went the non-magic route on this.
I don't think you've seen how charming I can be.
He steps forward and seems to be in line.
Okay. Let's move. I don't know how to turn it into a motorcycle.
Yip. No, I'm just kidding.
You need the hammers. You need to be Liam.
That makes sense. Okay.
As you and Nathaniel, the three of you, I don't know, 5.
Panther.
I'm not certain how we count these things
Flanagan.
at any moment. 6. So the
a lot of
the
us.
3 mounts and the 3 players and Nathaniel make their way towards Harrow.
Is it canon that he's a mount now? Panther?
Do you want
I
to
read
steal-
Panther.
The 3
sorry,
I
that was
misread that. It says
exciting.
he's a mountie. Turn over. He's got a hat.
He's like, that's what I like call the forest, eh?
A boot.
A boot.
All right, Dudley, do right.
All right. Cutting over to Liam, you have stepped away from the encampment, somehow unknowingly from everyone. And you,
Even though he's really bad at sneaking.
yeah, he's just really bad at sneaking. He made it so obvious that people didn't want to look.
Out of embarrassment for me.
Right. It was a sort of a Superman thing. People know that he's Clark Kent, but they're just like, I don't know. He really wants this for some reason, so we're just gonna give it to him.
It's the front gate, yeah?
Yes, you about, I'd say like you start to see it about 70, 80 feet from the tree lines, and you can tell that there's light. There's torches and the like along the walls. There are guards stationed. You can kind of see their shadowy forms moving around. It doesn't seem to be from your vantage point at this level of night. It's been hard going just to get this direction if you didn't want a light. Like if you didn't have a torch or whatever.
Oh, no, I'm lighting my hammer, holding
Yeah.
it up, and I'm marching straight through the line.
Okay. So as you march towards the front gate, you basically, about 30 feet from out, two of the guards kind of meet each other in the middle above the actual gatehouse doors and call out to you, say, "Welcome to Harrow. Currently, we don't...
I claim my rights as stated in Article 23 of the Articles of Virtue for the Order of the Sapphire Heart. Take me to your leader."
He's starting to whisper to each other.
Do you need me to remind you of the oaths that you swore to? I'm going to not even let him respond. When Article 23, sorry, dyslexia is hitting me hard. Article 23, when a member of the Order is killed in a combat action involving the Knights of the Sapphire Heart, any surviving kin of said member has the right to speak with the commanding officer of said combat action. That man on your gate is my grandfather, and it is my right to speak to your commanding officer now.
They look down to see Stanford's body. Open the gates. They roll open as the gears turn. Step confidently forward. You are met with about... You're met with 5 guards. Other knights, sort of... You can kind of tell by their garb that they are somewhat low-ranking members. They are in their first year, maybe 2 years of service. And they surround you, but not in a weapons drawn, but they are just placed 2 on each side and then 1 behind you. Sorry, so 1 in front of you because he's got to lead you to where Runic is, he says. By Article 23, follow me. Turns around. He starts heading towards the church. And as you pass the main tower, all the work you guys have done on that thing is still held up. You can see probably another 10 guards, 10 knights stationed at the base, all kind of like around a campfire. 4 or 5 of which are asleep, but like the other half are just kind of like sitting there. And one of them is continuously trying to like find a way into the tower. Apparently they haven't been able to successfully break in still. And they continue to lead you through the town, through the city. And it being as early as it is, there's no one around, there's no activity. And most of the stationed knights have been here towards, like, you can kind of tell that they're within this entry quadrant of the city. That's kind of where a lot of the main, like, a lot of what, like, the main parts of the city, like City Hall and those other things, are kind of right around this entry area anyway. So they haven't needed to go very far. As you get into the church, as they sort of usher you in, and the one leading you continues forward, pressing through the door, you see there is a... He's a human man, and sort of these salt and pepper hair, and you see one scar kind of from the nose down across the lips, enough so that it even pulls the lip back just a little bit, as it was maybe healed wrong or something like that. And not grand sort of scale armor, but seemingly more battle ready, right? This is not an extravagant person like Robin was. Robin kind of had all these flourishes to his outfit, to his sort of attire. This guy seems built for doing what he does and ready at any moment to do combat. And you can kind of just tell by the stature that this is someone who has worked a lot. And it falls in line with some of the stories you've heard. This is Runic. He was once called the Battlecaster. His most prominent story was one of leading a front line to victory without a single casualty and not a single mark on him. Obviously not where he got that scar. And as you walk in... Yeah, sorry. No, as you walk in... turns, sees your hammer would did you? I guess I did give you a second to talk.
They're in my hand, down by my side. No, I'm not brandishing them, but they are both in my hands, down by my side.
Sure. He takes a look at them and looks at you. He says, "Babe can walk. What are you doing here?"
Runic, I'm charging you with conduct unbecoming a commander of the Knights of the Sapphire Heart, specifically in breaking Article 23 Amendment C and Article 34, unlawful death of a member of the Order of Sapphire Heart and unlawful imprisonment of a member of the Order of the Sapphire Heart.
Who's imprisoned?
Garen Hammerfist. According to Article 56 Amendment B, any member who was once a part of this order is treated as if still a part of this order in regards to rights given and being held to these articles, unless dishonorably discharged. When you killed my grandfather and held my father against his will, you broke these articles. I'm demanding justice.
He steps down, and at that, the tabard sort of, as he turns to actually face you for the first time, there is a presence, and you notice in the top right sort of breast there is a etched symbol of Bahamut. And that is kind of prominent and flaked in blue. And as he steps down to meet you face to face, he's not a very tall person. He kind of only barely meets your eyes. And he looks and he says, "Your grandfather. Right. How many facts do you know about your family? And the actions therein. How often are you faced with the reality of a betrayer? Because it's interesting that you speak as if you know the situation. Stenford stood against our lawful entry into this city and into that tower. My goal here, my entire purpose, is to serve Jortenia, our home. Your grandfather, at that he kind of pokes your chest and he says, your grandfather stood against that.
Under what circumstances was your using military action to take control of this city justified?
Well, you seem to know the bylaws pretty well, so let me quote one to you. Article 17. The laws in which you reside. The laws of the country in which you reside are then regarded in a higher honor than the Order of the Sapphire Heart. We are nothing above the laws of others. We do not get to dictate stuff just because we exist at a different level.
And yet, here you are as the military police of a town where you are not from. What justified this occupation?
It exists in Jortenia. I was sent here by a very specific person. Someone who has a great deal of stake in this country. Made aware of certain plans, certain hindrances. And at this, he looks you up and down and says, certain people that would stand in the face of everything we fight for. Everything we fight for these people. I don't know if you know, kid. World out there isn't getting too good. It's not that great. We've got to protect the home we got. That's what we're here for.
It's funny you mention who you're working with and protecting your home. Because these claims that I've made, you breaking the articles of the Order of the Sapphire Heart, are not the only ones I've been brought here to lay at your feet. Because you're suspected of working with people from outside of the Order and outside of this country to not only work against the goodwill of this country, but against the goodwill of our entire plane of existence. You're suspected of colluding with people who are currently working with devils to bring chaos, and in doing so, you did not just break the laws of Jortenia or the Articles of Virtue by the Knights of the Sapphire Heart. I've been sent by the Justice Bringer himself. You've broken the Tarian Code, and the punishment for that is death.
When you bring up Tarian Code, right? There's a flash of recognition. There's this moment. You have no idea what you're messing with, kid. Not even a clue.
Justice and good above all. Honor and fealty to the king. Honor and respect to righteous innocence. Honor and duty to the balancer
Do
of
not
mercy
quote
and to the
to
justice
me.
maker. You slander the name of Bahamut. The punishment for that is death. And since you speak of abiding by the laws of the land on which you set foot, For these other crimes I lay at your feet, there would be a trial. The worst you would face is being stripped of your command or dishonorably discharged. But in Harrow, when you're accused of a crime where the penalty is death, the prosecution may seek to hold that trial in trial by combat. And if you're going to make me roll a bluff on that, I'm going to use Flash of Genius.
Yeah, it's a bit of a bluff, but yeah, go for it. Yeah, so roll a deception on, yeah.
Guidance.
If only,
From
if
afar.
only. Plus 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13? How
Okay.
old's he know Harrow Law?
That's what we're gonna do.
Alright.
Let's get something straight. Your grandfather? Honorably discharged, you're right. Your father? Honorably discharged. You have every right to be here by the old laws. And he sort of speaks to his crowd of knights. He's like, and I am one to respect old laws. Your father is not imprisoned. Certainly, that was the goal here, to bring him to speak on how his son stood in the face of justice, real justice. Time and again. How his son stole from Jortenia, the band of thieves, in the middle of the night. Or was it broad daylight? Tell me, could you see out of that mobile tank?
Which part of striving for this justice led you or your underlings to collude with bands of mercenaries to try and force a town into becoming an outpost? Which part of this seeking justice led you to collude with people who are attempting to allow devils to come into our plane to run things? Where in your definition of justice did those things lie?
My sense of justice? It lies in that they exist. Do you not want to stamp them out? Bring them here. What a novel idea. End them. Here and now. That is true justice. Unyielding. I know my virtue. I understand the limits of man and the atrocities that they can enact.
If your justice is diviner than mine, let the gods decide.
And by the old laws of Harrow. You understand. I also get to set terms. Should you lose, you will not only give up your life. He points, you get that he means the tower. He's like, you get me inside. You bring your father down. In chains, if you will.
When you lose, your men will never return to this town again.
I wasn't finished. And you give up your friends. Your friends can never set foot in Jortinia again. You and your friends, you know, is kind of what it's saying. I hope it's worth it.
It will be.
I know who I walk with.
I know who you don't.
And as is tradition with the Knights of the Sapphire Heart, he unclips his tabard and wraps it sort of like around, and you place your hand forward, you know, clipping your hammer, you place your hand forward, and he wraps the other half to you. So you're kind of clasped in this hold. And he grabs a knife and slices it between you. So you each have half of the tabard. And he just ties it off in his hand. You do the same. This symbol means this is the spoken promise. That is the bond. Their words are their bonds. Kind of a thing. You have to win this. You have to earn the other side. Either by besting the other or getting them to submit or the like. He says, we'll see if we go to trial. We'll see who gets out on top. Go wait outside. I've got other things to plan. And he steps back up towards the top of towards the table.
Okay.
You step outside. Those 5 guards are kind of around you, but not maybe like 15, 20 feet away from you at any moment. Not like trying to be right on top of you, but just not leaving. At this point, the rest of you have gotten to that same break in the tree line about 60 feet, 70 feet from the entrance. And you see the gates, you see the guards on top of the wall. The gates are closed currently. What would you like to do? There are a single pair of footprints leading from your position straight to the gates that you can register are Liam's.
Doesn't sound like there's any fighting going on.
Not yet, at least.
He did come here, right? Like, we're sure of that.
Those...
Do we wait? Is he hiding somewhere?
I'm pointing.
Panther...
He has literally walked up there. His
Sure, but it
footprints... Do you think he walked up to the gate and said, "Hey, I'm here," and then walked back? There's only one set going forward.
Panther says, he's not anywhere close. I can still smell him, but He's not anywhere outside.
I don't know if that means he got captured. We need to get eyes.
I would like to wild shape into a bird and just fly away above towards the tower.
Bye.
I'm just getting out of here.
I gotta get out of here. So you over the city, you kind of like look over the gates, kind of land a little bit. You're looking at other things. Probably about 5 minutes to really like look over everything, even in the immediate area. With the express purpose of looking for Liam, at the end of that 5 minutes, you actually do catch him. He's by his parents' house, and he's just kind of sitting next to the forge. He's got five knights around him currently.
Okay. I then want to, before I fly back, I want to go by the tower and see his parents.
So, flying by the tower, there are many windows to this place, but it's kind of opaque windows from this side. It's like, you get the feeling that it's kind of like one-way glass. Like, you're not able to, like, whatever enchantment is over this thing right now, you're not able to actually see through it. Any of the windows, you can't see through any of the partition. There is a place if you were to land on top, but even as you try to fly towards it, it's almost as if you're being repelled, like by a magnetic force. Like something is not allowing you to like push into it.
Okay. And then I would like to then like land on the roof by where Liam is and try and like overhear what's being said. I don't know where I would come in the conversation, but then basically once the conversation's done, I want to like fly. Yeah.
Any conversation with Runic has happened in a closed space, not here. He is now just currently sitting there waiting. The five guards who are sitting around him aren't really speaking either. They seem to just kind of be waiting as well. So yeah, his conversation with Runic has already ended, and that was him leaving to like wait.
Inquiry. Have we ever? I know we were like the Mountain Dews for a little bit. That's why I almost just said a little bit. When we played that song where I was an extraordinary flute player.
Yeah.
Did we have like a tune?
Oh, it's the Mountain Dews.
It's the Mountain Dew song that you can hear at the break.
So I'm gonna do that as a bird, but like secretly. No, I'm just gonna do it.
I also love secretly.
I'm gonna secretly chirp a song.
I'm on a whisper whistle. Are you still trying to be on the roof?
Yeah, like enough that he can hear. Like so, like if I imagine this correctly, he's by his parents' house. I was gonna try and land on his parents' house roof of his parents' house, and then hum that or whistle it or sing it, and then
the forge is
like
an
not
open
enough
space.
for it to seem like it's a full song, just enough that's like a recognizable little tune.
You're doing the phrase. You're doing a phrase of the song.
Yeah.
And yeah, I get it. Liam, as you're sitting there, sort of waiting for first light, is essentially what that was intended to mean. By the way, that was sort of like a we'll fight at dawn, which is not that far off. It's like 2 hours from now. You're sitting there, kind of contemplating, looking at everything, feeling the stone under the shoes. Just like happens above you.
I rustle
Nameless,
my feathers and I repeat it.
Nameless, there is like the forge is an open structure, but it has like a roofing to it. But that also means you could fly under and sit in the rafters
Oh, lit.
of like under. You don't have to be on top of the roof. You can be under the roof.
I like that. That's where I'd like to be. And then I want to do
Okay.
that very bird-like thing where it's like they hop and they're like trying to like, be obviously noticeable, but like, yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me a perception check, Liam.
It's like me?
No, Liam.
God,
Perception check.
I hope I start rolling better than this. 12.
Yeah, you're just getting them out now. You're just getting them out now.
That's how that works.
12. Yeah, like I'm just trying to make sure that you follow the sound to the bird, and you just see this little. What are you? Are you a sparrow? Are you
I'm a finch named
a
Active.
finch? Okay. And you see this little finch bird sitting in your rafter, and it goes.
I glance up at the bird briefly.
Just that.
I'm just trying to think of something I can do. I'm not sure what you guys should do is the thing, or how to convey it.
So
I'm
let me
thinking-
let me if I can. Do you want any help at all? I mean, like that's what I mean. It's like you've still got the house next to you, right? Like the house is still. They're not like preventing you from going inside.
Okay, yeah. So I'll get up and like nod slightly and head inside the house.
Gotta use the bathroom.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not what I was thinking was gonna happen. I will try to follow as a bird into the house.
You go to the fire, to the chimney, and fly down. But you like little soot covered feet hit the ground as Liam shuts the door, and you see the little soot covered finch.
Hop
On the
once
ground.
for nameless, hop twice for panther.
Once.
I've challenged Runic to a trial by combat. At dawn, we fight.
I whistle in like confirmation. Yeah.
I'm not sure what you guys can do for now. If you can keep an eye, if it ends up going bad, you guys should run.
I shake my head. No.
Fair enough.
Can finches do that, or would you have to like turn your whole body?
It's more like this. It's like a.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I'm got myself in pretty deep here. No surprise there. Not sure what you guys can do. But yeah. Thanks for coming. If you think of something, you can't really let me know, because I'm here.
I spread my wings really wide and be like. That
Flaps
makes
down.
sense in my head, but I'm trying to not say what I'm thinking.
Give me an insight check.
Tippy's caught in a well. Insight is not my strong suit. Yeah, that's a 3.
Can you communicate to me in a way that I can use my smithing tools to understand you?
Is there? Oh, yeah. Actually, is there like a leftover like sword or like any
You-
any thing that would be like you could fight with?
There's like a knife on the table.
I go to it and I like clasp my feet around it. and like I know I probably like, try to pull it.
A bird with a knife.
It's honestly equally as scary as the crab with the knife.
All right. Yeah, I just don't know. I don't know what'll happen if you guys try to come to the city. On the one hand, Runick's looking for you, so that'd be great for him. He'd love to have you here. On the other hand, I don't know. You'd probably be brought in chains, and I know us. It's kind of a trope at this point for us to be brought into cities in chains, but
I'm gonna fly onto his shoulder and like peck twice on his shoulder, then wrestle, and then fly away.
Thanks.
At the top
I'm
of the chimney.
completely covered now.
Yeah, that's how I imagine it out of the top
It's
of the
like
chimney.
101
But it gives you
Dalmatians.
advantage on stealth rolls.
Like 101 Dalmatians.
And I fly back to the
The group.
Yep.
That old
Good thing of the
chestnut.
word. I was gonna say the gang.
About 10 minutes go by, and you see the little soot-covered finch land back on the ground.
But I want to know. I want to be cooler than that. I want to like as I'm landing, transform and like become me.
Okay. You
Sorry.
do.
I just
like
I
the
really
front
want
page of
to.
an Animorphs comic.
Acrobatics check.
I'm not gonna do it. You are still kind of covered in soot, though, as you.
But just like a bird
Just
amount of
wipe
soot.
it from my
So
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's really just like right here.
A bird's worth of soot.
Birdsworth.
So he's challenged Rudnick to a battle, fight, combat.
Like a
He's just waiting now.
one-on-one thing.
I imagine.
If he wins, the whole thing's over, I guess. If he loses, we'll need to be ready to go in.
I mean, he's not going to lose.
Not fairly, anyways. Yeah.
To quote the boys of Fallout, "We don't fight fair."
Currently, you guys have about 2 hours till dawn. A little less than.
Do you get your wild shapes back on a short rest or a long rest?
I'm sorry. I'm not really worried about my wild shape, but I get them back short rest.
Well, we've got at least an hour to kill here.
I mean, I can get it back, but I also think that maybe we could go forward.
I'm worried that if we start the fight now, he's compromised. We might not be able to make it to him before they... He's in the heart of them right now. That one-on-one is going to be better for him than having everybody go after him. I feel like if we attack now, we basically make things a lot harder for him. I think it's better for us. I think we wait and we see what happens, and we be ready to jump just in case.
No, shoot.
I mean, not to be that person, but my first thought was not to go in there and attack. So I'm glad we agree on that.
But what if I turn Panther into a giant cat and he walks all over town?
I love that idea. I'm worried about all of the people in Harrow that we don't want to die, having their houses crushed. I think we just make sure we're ready in case he needs us.
And you think
case,
being over here is the best place for that?
No, I think we can set up somewhere else if we're careful. We can find a
Nathaniel,
better spot.
what you guys hadn't noticed.
He's got a gun.
Everybody's
Good
superpower.
idea. We
in this
all
world.
have guns.
He's been setting up this like sniper.
He's like, and you see him off to the side, like with a trapdoor open.
That was gonna be my next question.
Is there a little otter person in there?
What?
Don't worry about it. All right.
Where does this go?
My shop.
That's a good spot to be.
Sort of after the events of the last attack, I dug it out in secret. That's how we got out the first time. Not certain what the case will be when we get into the room, but it's at least a way in.
Well, we've got 2 hours, so we can take it slow. Make sure we do it safely. All right. Let's get as close as we can.
And in I go.
Yeah.
Can Penguin, I know Flanagan cannot, but can Penguin fit in there?
It seems just wide enough, and it would be, if it's big enough for Pangolin, it technically is big enough for Flanagan.
Why do I think Penguin is so much smaller than they are?
Yeah. Well, so Pangolin can be a medium creature, but he can also be a large creature, and Miles has been making him large, basically. He's been making him bigger.
Maybe I'm thinking like a real Pangolin, I guess.
Yeah.
I think it's mostly the logistics of an elk trying to use a trap door that's tougher
It's
than
not
Pangolin.
small. It's like it's like a 4-foot door. Like it's not like
Okay.
one like small person could fit in. It's hidden well, and like you can even tell like the wood itself is like meant to disguise in the area. It's meant to be hidden, but it's also meant to get lots of people out in a hurry.
Okay.
So it's like it's more of an evacuation route than like a secret entrance.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if we can get Flanagan through there, then yes.
Yeah. So you have to crawl a bit, but the same with Pangolin, but they can fit.
Just
They
an
can
elk,
squeeze.
like...
As the rest of you go that direction, go ahead and
Oh, no.
give me stealth checks
Oh, no.
for the lot of
Logistics, is this considered, I know we're technically in a tunnel, is this considered outside?
you. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Inside would be like you're in a dungeon or you're in a cavern or something
Or
like
like a
that.
house.
This is
or
like,
something like
yeah, it's like this is, I'd still call this outside enough that
Okay.
I would grant it.
Not my worst stealth check. Okay.
Oh, pardon.
that.
Jesus.
Oh, damn.
3 would not be my worst stealth check, that is right. But,
What were the numbers on that?
14 for me, 13 for Flanagan.
Set Lolly,
19.
Nameless, and Panther.
Okay, I am a 28, and Panther is a 26 with a natural 20.
Nathaniel also got a natural 20.
Jesus Christ.
Where'd they go?
There seems to be some.
Turns out Nathaniel's like also like an assassin. He's just been a rogue this whole time.
There's just been a very checkered past of Nathaniel that you guys have never been aware of.
Yeah, I was in the Sapphire Heart, but like Not all of us are paladins. I was the bard.
Slices her throat. I was the bard.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say.
Well,
I kept spirits up.
hate.
It's a drum majorette. As you guys move through it's mainly like there are spots where you can feel people's feet above you. You hear that you guys are catching each other enough that as you're moving through, you're not making too much noise, and you get to the other side, and the general just says, "All right, give me a second, and I'll check it out." Okay. And he presses on the natural wall to like push forward. And you start to see like the bottom basement of a shop. You see a bunch of crates, jars and bottles and things, and he steps through. He's gone for about 30 seconds to a minute, and then he comes back and he says, "All right, we're clear. No one's in the shop."
All right.
As you guys come in, he shuts the door behind you. Just like a shelf full of other things, like all these other jars, like goods and foods, and the like. And he takes you upstairs, kind of ducking low to try not to be seen outside of the windows. He kind of looks about. It being across the way from the Hammerfists as well, you guys get a pretty clear shot of seeing the 5 guards outside of the house. Currently, I don't know, Liam's probably still in the house currently, but yeah, you don't see him exactly, but you see the people surrounding him. Nathaniel says, "I think this is about as close as we're going to get. Unless you guys want to make some noise or whatever." But
I think this is a good enough spot to wait until it's time to do something.
agreed.
How long did that take?
Roughly like 15 minutes.
So I have time for a short rest, is the moral of the question. Cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to get
There's
my
any-
wild shape back.
Cool.
The hour What's up, Satellite?
Does Liam have the other sending stone, or did we leave it with Yvonne?
Liam has the other sending stone.
And we have it, right? Like
Yeah.
Nameless has it. Okay. Nameless, do you still have the sending stone?
Yes.
Do we maybe? I mean, you got to talk to him, sort of. Do we maybe want to check in and see how he's doing? What maybe he thinks he needs from us?
We can. I mean, when I spoke with him, he didn't seem really like he knew what he needed from us.
Maybe we give him a code word to shout if he wants us to leap out and start making havoc, just in case something goes wrong. Just say we're close by, you know.
Perhaps I've misunderstood. But would that not be heard by the rest of the party? He's surrounded by other people, unless he went out, stayed inside his house.
He doesn't have to respond necessarily. He can just say like,
The
"Hey,
stone,
we're close."
like the spell, is just... It's not like a telephone where like it's like on speaker or whatever. It's just individual.
But doesn't he have to have it like up by his ear or anything?
No.
So how does he hear it? I guess I'm not okay. I thought it was like
Magic. The stone sends
guess, yeah.
the magic through, and it's yeah.
got it. Cool.
It's like the spell sending is what it's supposed to do.
That makes sense. Yes, now I'm understanding. I was imagining it more like a speakerphone pager kind of situation. If you would like to talk to him, I can give you the stone. I will be resting for a little while.
Okay.
What store is this again?
So
The general's
goods.
good.
when we did that initial Harrow map, the general store was the one in like the bottom left that was across the street from the hotel that got caught on fire.
Sure, I'm just wondering if there are things that maybe we could use as like explosives or anything to try and like look around. But I will rest first and then think about things to look for specifically. So I give stone.
Cool. I'm gonna.
You send the stone to Philip.
Well, I gave it to Salala. She's the one who asked.
Oh,
Yeah, I take stone. And Liam, it's me, Setlolly, in case the accent didn't give it away.
It did.
Okay, good. So we're inside. We're in the general store. So Nameless said you don't really know what you need from us just yet. But we were thinking, what if we had like a code word for you to yell should you need us to pop out?
All right. Apricot? Is that? No, that's a bad one.
Pineapple? It was a desert delicacy that we used to eat all the
I was
time.
imagining like a battle royale, but they're like speaking like, "Oh, use Operation Pineapple," or like, "Ding."
Or is there something more natural that you think would come up in conversation? Well, I guess you're fighting, not really having a chat.
I don't want to accidentally say it.
Yeah, we don't want it to be something he'll use in regular conversation.
Yeah, it can't be like magic missile. That'd be very confusing. I can't cast magic missile. I don't.
So that actually would be. Oh, you just shout magic missile, and instead of casting magic missile, the magic
So
missiles
Wally
are us just popping out.
So Wally just does radiant symbol from a window.
That.
It's like magic missile. It's like what?
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'll shout magic missile if. So I'm gonna kill him. That's how it's gonna go.
Okay.
If I go down before I can say the word, I mess him up. If I say the word, pop out, mess him up. If I lose this, we're in trouble.
You're not going to lose this.
I know, but yeah. If I win and his men turn on me anyway, don't go along with the the law. Then the magic missile is implied.
Okay.
It's an implied magic missile. Yeah.
Yeah.
You just take out the verbal component.
Yeah.
And you meant when you win, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Just had to check. Well, we're here if you need us. Break legs, theirs, not yours. And talk soon.
2 legs, as often as I can spare them.
Perfect. And then I hang up the sending stone. Boop.
Figured Tyler did just say that I was still in the house, so I figured responding wasn't a worry.
No, it wasn't.
And then I relay
Wrestling.
everything to everyone else.
The rest of the hour goes smoothly. Maybe a few close calls trying to hide in the house from the guards, but they don't seem particularly interested in this spot. As the first rays of light creep out from the guard tower, from the church, rather, you see Runic step out the front doors. Miles.
There's something I want to do before the battle starts.
Yeah?
And it's kind of a prepared action. Not really. I'm gonna do something as he approaches or just before we begin. It's something that I thought that Liam would never do.
Mm-hmm.
As he approaches, or like once he gets here, right before the battle starts, Liam is going to pray.
Prepared action.
Runic steps down the stairs. The confidence of a man who has seen a lot of battle. But the gravity of someone who's taking this very seriously. Go and roll me an insight check.
I'm not good at these.
I know.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise. 5.
Lot of confidence. Steps down. And you see him in one hand just kind of twirl this like really well curved like axe, sort of a battle axe type of situation, but like a one-handed battle axe. No shield, nothing else. On the axe itself are these amber glowing runes on the axe head. From this distance, you can kind of tell they're draconic, and by that nature, they are logistical runes for the purposes of magical imbuement and stuff like that. And as you see him step forward, and he just kind of like, he takes off his cloak and sets it to the side, rolls his shoulders, gets kind of warmed up as you stand at the center. And he just takes his axe and he smacks it into the stone as it sits there at an angle upwards. One final chance, kid. Took no pleasure in having your grandfather stand up to me. Really didn't. You know, I served with your dad as well. He starts to kind of like adjust gloves and seems to like just be fiddling with greaves and his armor. Yeah. Fine man. For what it's worth. You get me in that tower, we can go to trial. You may not like the results, but you'll all be alive.
Raise my chin up to the sky. Bahamut, King of Dragons, Lord of Order, Bringer of Justice, I stand here. I gesture a hand out towards the church. By the church built in your name. I am here at your command to do your bidding. I have been sent to bring the order that you seek, and to strike down one who slanders your name. I ask you give me the power to do these things. And then I'm going to do something I shouldn't be able to do. I'm going to try and cast Flame Stride.
Okay.
Hot off the presses.
Without having to expend a spell slot. There is a darkening to the sky. To the barely lit dawn. Clouds overhead form. And one single ray of light hits you. It's this beacon. And as it leaves you, you look down, and your form has this residual heat. And each step leaves a little scorch mark on the ground. Leaves a little scorch mark on the ground. Right. seems like the King of Dragons has heard your prayer. And that makes him look to you and see that. He grabs the axe out of the ground. An interesting fight, then. And that's where we'll go to break. Tune in for the second half so that we can get this situated and going, and we'll see how it all runs down. This is going to be very, very fun. That was beautiful. That was perfect. That was exactly what yes.
God damn.
Liam is now a believer.
Let's go.
Let's do some God bullshit.
Here we go.
7,
6,
5,
5,
4,
4, 3,
3,
2,
1.
1.
The worst NASA countdown.
Like
at a rocket launch, it's just one asshole that's like trying to mess with them as they're doing the like. No, this is like we have to be like super precise. Like, cut it out.
It's literally Elon, and everyone they can't say anything. They're like, I fucking can't.
I hate that guy.
And
oh my god,
his face is
Very funny, sir. Meme post that to Twitter.
he's
sitting there
like,
in the back like 5.
He's like doing it on his Instagram. He's like doing it like Instagram live, like as the actual countdown's happening. He's just streaming to his own account.
10, 9, 9.
Yellow.
Welcome everybody back to the Natural Ones.
Hello.
We are starting our second half off with a fight. I don't know,
Possibly finishing the second half with the fight
probably
as well.
finishing the second. Maybe. We'll see how it goes.
No, I'll drop
Flame
him quick.
Stride activated.
Fight
Bye-bye.
club.
He doesn't have
club.
Bite anymore.
Fight club. Liam after today, Liam decides to convert his shop into a fight club.
It was always going to be a fight club. You just never had to talk about it.
Yeah.
That's what the basement's in there for. I don't need a basement. For my smithy.
So let's go
I have a
ahead.
magic house.
Let's go ahead and basically, let's see. Let's do a. What is your dex is 0?
Yes. I was looking at the saving throw, which is +1, but my dex is 0. Yeah.
Yeah, the mod is 0. All right, he will be going first. As he has a higher dex. He bounds his way in up to you, closing the distance.
1d6 fire damage.
Go ahead and roll it.
I'm using real dice, folks at home. 2. It's gonna go well.
Hey, that's gonna add up over time.
Yeah.
To what I don't know, but
Alrighty. So his first slew as and he's slicing up against you. As he carves through the air with the axe, you see it like light up, and it looks like it makes his hand, like it just makes it look like his arm is moving twice as fast. Okay.
what does that mean? What does that mean?
Yikes.
In which direction?
So
I use shield. I use shield.
his blade comes crashing against you. Adds how much to your AC? 5?
5.
Sorry. They changed their interface a little bit, so it looks a little weird in the encounter system. your AC currently
It's 19. So
24.
with shield, it's 24. Yeah.
Gotcha. Unfortunately, he still does hit you, just barely. As it moves through, like, you're barely able to get the shield up as his blade kind of just... Like, it's already hitting you by the time that you actually get the shield up. Seems like he had some magic on the sword that, like, makes it move faster than normal. But he is getting to hit you. So that's 13 points of damage on the first hit.
What kind of damage?
This is slashing damage.
Okay.
And he kind of like, after the first blow lands, he comes in for a second swipe.
Okay. Shield's still active until my turn,
Yep.
so it's still 24.
But after that first initial hit, the arcane runes dim.
Okay.
And so he's crashing in. It is a miss as it kind of reflects off of the shield. And it is to you.
I'm going to bounce back. I'm gonna hop back full 50 feet. Oh, that might put me off the map. Great.
Just on the edge.
Just on the edge. It's
All
fine.
right, it's
a-
just off camera, but okay. There we go. There, we see
Yeah.
me. DEE Lightful, love it.
Well, you don't have to. Okay, whatever.
I'm gonna. Yeah, let's start it off strong. I'm gonna toss my hammers his way.
You got it. As you just gonna like hop, skip.
All right. First hit. 24.
That is a hit.
DEE Lightful. I'm going to use Arcane Jolt to give myself 2d6 HP back.
Okay.
Let's roll damage on him for that. That's 8 damage to him. And nice, 5 HP to me. That's fine. That's something. Now I'm gonna go back in. Second hit. Clear all. Or second attack. Crit!
Oh yeah! All right.
I'm going to be using the points in the Tinker's Hammer to add 2d4 force damage to that attack as well.
Sounds good.
Nice.
All right. So
So that's a full 8. Then you get to roll an additional d8, and then you get to roll your. Sorry,
2d.
it's 8 from your weapon, 8 from the force damage, and then you get to roll an additional d8 and an additional d4.
Okay. 21 total.
1 total. Plus your strength. Did
Oh
you do
no,
that?
plus 5, so 26 total.
26 total.
And then third hit.
Good old bonus action.
Yep.
So far, you're outpacing him.
Yeah. That is the plan. That is the plan. $20?
That hits.
Excelente. Good to know.
Just like that,
8 damage on that one.
I love the start of every combat with like a tough creature where it's just like, alright, trying to figure out exactly where the AC is. Like,
Yep.
trying to get as low as possible while still hitting, so you just know, like, okay, what do I have to break?
At the end of your turn, as you and you're chucking these things at him through the fire and the flames, and he and he's having a hard time kind of like, but each one's connecting and he's not going down by it all. But on that last hit, as you're calling your hammer back, you see him wind up and then just throw his axe at you.
All right. I guess two can tango.
As it
You can throw it 50 feet. God damn.
well, so can he. He can throw his hammers 50.
Sure, but
And my hammers are
axe is big. Like,
Well, again, it's a you know.
Is it hit?
It's 18, so it just misses.
Sweet.
As you kind of like get your hammer just back in time to, and like the axe spins up in the air and back to his hand.
try to catch it next time.
Lol.
See-
Save my action. Save it for...
Save it for a rainy day. All right, it is now his turn.
oh.
Yeah, that's interesting.
So that was either like a reaction or a legendary action.
And so you moved this way.
Yeah.
He's just gonna try to
Skirt the
2,
flames.
3, 4. He's only gonna move that close, so he's within 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. All right, he's gotta move one more. He wants to get within 30. As he moves his full move, and you see him press his hand to the hilt, like press his hand together, and then warp out to the end of the blade, and it's covered in frost as he like holds it and lobs it forward. And this time it seems like as it flows through the air, the entire blade of this axe is frosted, and it's like this giant like glacier of a blade coming at you on top of its regular axe head. So
Oh, the Warcaster lives up to his billing.
that will be a 27 to hit.
I'm gonna cast shield anyway. He'll hit, but
Okay.
so
That's 7.
8 there. Okay.
You take 19 points of damage, 7 of which comes from the ice encasing his axe currently.
All right.
And as it strikes you and kind of like bludgeons you down, you kind of like daze for a second, and then all of a sudden, he is right next to you.
1d6 damage.
Okay.
Doesn't the flame stride melt the ice on the axe?
6. Very nice. And he takes his weapon and makes another attack. It no longer has the ice as it hits you, it like shatters. Yeah, that's a natural 1, so sure. Okay. That's his turn. The flames kind of like catch him off guard, and he's not able to actually make a good swing at you.
All right, I'm gonna break away again. I'm gonna head 50 feet the other direction.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Basically, just this whole like block of a street is now just charred.
Yeah. take my space, level up to him, pop open my eye patch, the Hammerfist Shuffle.
And he spins around as you. It's a what save?
It is. Sorry.
Con or wisdom?
Constitution.
All right.
Not the most effective use of this spell, but I might as well try.
$16.
Does not make it.
All right. Go ahead and roll.
6.
Oh shit! Oh
Roll the die an
shit!
additional 2 times, taking both results for the target.
Nice.
Oh shit!
That's very good, man. This is very exciting. So many things.
Oh my god! All right.
It's the first time we rolled.
Yeah. He gets to do multiple effects to one target. This is the best.
That's the best single target option.
Yeah.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 4 and 5. Target takes 1d6 because number 4 is the backfire effect, so he's going to take the energy damage now instead of for later. So he'll take 1d6 lightning damage from 4. 5 is a bolt of elemental energy strikes the chosen target, dealing 10d6 damage. Choose any from the 2 bits. I've seen him throw ice. I'm gonna try out. I'll just do 5 acid, 5 poison, and then the 1 lightning.
Okay. 5 acid, 5 poison, 1 lightning.
Okay, so this is for the acid damage. He's taking, not terrible, 19 acid damage.
19 out of 25.
15 poison damage, and 4 lightning damage.
38 altogether.
And I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast Branding Smite on myself.
Okay. As the ray of the Hammerfist Shuffle hits him, and he is struck with all of this elemental force, you take a moment, you cast Branding Smite. Flame Stride's still there.
Oh shit. Okay.
And at the start of his turn, because he's still technically in the fire, because you ran through him to get here, right?
Yep.
I'm reading that spell correctly, right? Like it's whatever path you moved on.
It says you leave flames in your wake. I'm not sure if it means that it literally leaves.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought it was.
So here's the thing: when it says basically when you move within 5 feet of a creature or object that isn't being worn or carried, it takes 1d6. All right. Do you leave flames in your wake? So I think there's a trail behind you where you go. So like when you pass by someone, it deals the damage, or if they come within 5 feet of you, they take the damage.
So
But I think
actually,
it can only happen once per turn.
actually, and what it's saying, when you move within 5 feet of a creature or object.
Okay.
So it's
So it
not
would've
when
happened-
they. It would have happened anyway. It just happened. It's happened 2 times earlier than it should have.
Okay.
But like, arguably, he'd still take that damage. I'll count it. Like and this is a new spell. We're kind of learning as we go. But
Yeah.
It literally came out like yesterday.
so it's saying when you move, when you push through something, that's when they're taking the flame damage. And then the trail of heat is just there. It just
It sounds like
flame
flavor.
subsides or whatever,
No, it makes sense. Sounds
Cool.
good. Cool beans.
His turn, and he's... Alright. And, he is... Let's see. What else does he have? That's okay. Yeah. Alright, so he claps his hand against the axe again, pushes it down the blade edge, and you see a stream of lightning like wash over the axe. And before he throws it, you see him place it down over his arm and point it at you. Can you please go ahead and make me a dexterity saving throw?
5, 10, 15. I get +5 to that, Philip?
No, you're not within 10 feet.
10 feet.
Yeah. Eventually
Alright.
it'll be 30, and then that'll...
Yeah, and a couple more levels.
And the ring's for con only. Okay.
Yes.
Just straight dex saving throw. Fuck. Sorry, children. That's a 4. I should have rolled my real dice.
Sorry, children who are
That's
really
cool.
enjoying this show so far.
Yeah.
All right. Let me just double check something. La la la. It won't let me see the thing and the thing for whatever reason.
This doesn't happen to be magic missile, does it?
It does not.
There's no save attached to Magic Missile.
Right, right.
Oh, God. It does have a lot of dice, though, it seems. Yep, alright, well. In which direction?
Why do you care?
Because my friend is possibly dying.
That's 32 lightning damage to your form, to your personage, as the courses all the way through you. And because it hit, can you also make me an additional Constitution saving throw?
24.
You pass.
Jesus.
You're able to overcome. You feel like if that had taken effect, you would have been stunned.
Fun.
But he is going to try to but that was his big action of the turn. Uh-oh, detach my headphones.
Okay, let's get
It's dangerous.
our...
Yes.
Let's get our...
Which reminds me, I do need to ask you to make a additional concentration check. But you do get advantage on those to maintain the branding spine. It's a concentration, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking. I'm sorry. You've done it before, and so that's why I want to make sure. And I sometimes I confuse that stuff.
28.
Definite pass. 32 would have gone down to 16, but like that was good. Alrighty, it is your turn officially.
Okay. Sorry, 1 second, I need to check. This is
Story of a girl.
the story of a girl once per turn. This is... using an item or a potion. Is that an action or a bonus action?
I
usually
tough.
hear for like potions, like for self bonus action to use on another person is full action.
Yeah, and
Is
that's
usually what
a
I hear.
kind of a Mercer rule, and the point is that using an object, like a magic object, action. Using a potion, I agree. It's like I call it kind of a bonus action towards yourself because it's a quick kind of thing. But yeah, if you were to use like the lodestone stuff, right? Like that's using a magic item. that's using an object, that would have to
Right.
take an entire turn. Because there's a rogue subclass that gets it as a bonus action. So it's kind of like...
Yeah. That makes. Okay. Yeah. So I'm going to use potion that I got on me. A superior potion of healing. Oh no, I don't. Not that. That's not it. Okay. So that's 27.
Okay.
I'm gonna move 50 feet through him and past him to deal my 1d6 damage again.
Back and forth.
This fucking guy.
It's so good.
I learned my lesson. I don't go toe to toe.
Right.
I learned my lesson hard. That's 3 fire damage. Then I'm going to throw the hammers.
Okay.
First is a critical fumble. So that's a 10.
Ouch.
Yeah.
As it kind of goes wide and he kind of like wobbles back to you as it comes back to your hand.
And then I'm going to toss the other. That's delightful. That's 27. And I'm going to use Arcane Jolt to give myself 2d6 damage, and that's a smite on him as well. Plus, I'm going to... do I have the points to add force damage to this?
Yeah, because last time you hit him with the hammer and you didn't. No, wait,
Yeah.
no, you did the hammerfish shuffle last time, so you do not have the points.
Right.
So you used
So
him on
this
that
one
crit,
gives me
so-
a point back next time I can. Okay, so it'll
Yeah.
be the 2d8 for the smite? I'll look it up. It's fine.
Yeah, for Branding Spine, I'm pretty sure it's 2d8.
I'll look it up. You go ahead and do your other damage.
Cool. So first off, I'm going to heal an additional 7. And then I'm going to roll
Branding Spine was right there.
regular ass damage. Nice.
2d6.
The full 13 for that. And what's for the smite?
2d6.
2d6. Boop, boop. Nice. 6 and a 5, so plus 11. So that's
24.
24. Legend.
Very good. You see him as you miss on that first. You kind of like sneak the other one just under, so he's kind of more paying attention to the first attack, and you get him in the stomach, and he is wiping some blood from his mouth as you get the hammers back, and he's okay, boy. Okay. At the end of your turn, like, there's this moment where he just stands with the axe, and you see it charge full of those amber runes again, and there's just this, and he's just gone from your vision.
Is he going invisible?
Is he?
It's important if he is, because if you sit with the Branding Smite, he can't be invisible while the spell's still active.
Oh, he was hit with a Branding Smite.
Which means that he's shedding dim light and he can't go invisible until the concentration ends.
Well, as the axe glows, you just see him walk up. It's just it's a legendary action, by the way. He gets to do one of his axe effects at the end of your turn, and that one
Fun.
was to turn invisible until until the start of his next turn. So where he would then hit you, but didn't work. So
Lit. When you're using a smite just for damage and it ends up thwarting this plan, dumb.
Yeah, Branding Smite is specifically for using against invisible.
well, that's why I forgot, and I was like, yeah, he would, he's got this cool, he's got this thing, and as a paladin, you'd imagine like Oh yeah, I guess he probably would have remembered what that fucking spell is, but nope.
He might not have been expecting it from an artificer.
Yeah. But it is his turn currently, and as he is, again, you have to move through him to do the damage. So
Yeah. So we're good until I move.
yeah. But he actually, at this point, like as he's running forward, he like smacks his axe on the ground 2 times, and there is this like red energy over the axe, and he starts to try to cut at you. I'm just making both attacks that he's going to do at the same time. He doesn't
Okay.
have advantage or anything. Okay, so one's a 2. The other's a natural 20.
Yikes. It's gonna hit, but I pop shield anyway.
Don't pop shield.
No,
Because
yeah,
it's
I
just
don't
about to be
have-
your
he
turn.
He doesn't have another hit. Okay.
Yeah, he doesn't have another hit. That's, yeah.
This might kill me though. Woof. I mean, his beam attack did way more than his physical in the past, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes, y'all.
That's 12. And then...
It depends what this fucking effect is.
So
Damn
that's
it, I
25.
could have used Flash of Genius on that deck save. I'm an idiot. It's fine.
25 points of damage to you.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
6 of which is force damage. As
Alright.
this kinetic, it feels very similar to when you use your hammers against people. And yeah, because the activation was a bonus, so that's his turn.
Cool. I assumed that it had been.
I do need a
But I don't
concentration
know.
check.
Yes. Yikes. 13?
So 25 damage, just enough.
Wow.
Shit,
Holy
that's like
shit.
just enough. Fucking way to go, dude. That was rad.
Thank God for that ring.
All right, it's
Yeah.
back to you.
So if I drop Branding Smite, that's my current concentration is on Branding Smite, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
If I drop that, he could potentially turn invisible again.
You could potentially. You don't
Huh?
know.
Yeah.
You don't know he could
just
do that
hate
because he
him.
didn't do it.
That's fair. That's fair.
No. He was shedding bright light, so like I don't know. I know that's part of the spell. I just mean like
He like saw him go invisible for a little bit, and then he just like,
yeah. Damn it!
what?
While he's thinking about his next
Okay.
move, I was gonna say, the rest of you have been watching this fight go on for the past few. Like this has basically been about half a minute so far. It's really just this kinetic fight that Liam keeps moving across, and you see them kind of. Would any of you like to try anything subtle or blatant? Who knows?
How does Liam look?
Liam seems alright, but like definitely wounded. Same thing with Runic though. They seem to be giving each other about the same amount of grief.
Like, I mean, is he like 10 hit points?
I can't
Like,
give you that
is he
information.
like? Does he
I said
look
he-
like before when I wasn't there?
No, like I'm saying, he looks okay. You
Okay.
saw him take a potion, and you know it was a potion of healing, and you see him kind of like like the jolt, is also going into him, which is also healing him. So you know that he's done a couple of things to keep himself up. Is all I mean to say. Is that it's like he seems all right, but you don't know how long that's going to last.
I think I will wait. I will wait then.
Okay. All right, Liam, to you.
Okay, no, I had a question, but I answered it in my own heart. So we'll hold off on that for now. I'm sick. I'm sick of getting hit. I'm gonna use one of my wands, blurs. So drops smite on him. He's no longer glowing, but
New concentration.
That disadvantage is nice though.
yes. And I'm gonna rush past 50 feet the other way.
Where do you want to stop?
I'll
6. I'll put you here. You can go 7, 8, 9, 10 if you want, and be within 10 feet of Philip.
I'll go. Just bring me down. I'll go 45. I'll go one closer, one to the right there. Yeah, I'll hang out right there.
Okay. Roll the d6 of damage there.
Yes. Little by little. 1. All right. Really little by really little.
You've done over 10 fire damage over the course of the fight with this, so it's not nothing.
Yeah. Christmas concentrate. It takes an action, right?
Blur?
Yeah, you can take an action to produce the spell's effect. Okay. And I don't have much I can do with my bonus actions, do I? Expeditious retreat. I could become so fast.
Add that on top of the...
Yeah. Though I think that is also concentration,
It
so
is.
I'm gonna keep blur for now. Yeah, I guess that's me. I rush by with fire and start to blur in his vision.
It's like Liam is vibrating in the space. There almost seems to be 2 of him at any time. All right. Let's see. Kind of like is twirling the axe a little bit as he's deciding, and he so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, it's 40. But, so how did I get 20, 25, 30? Yeah, okay. I'm just making sure that I'm counting stuff right. I have not been counting some of those things correctly. I don't know. This is crazy. He is as he charges forward. He's only got that one left, so yeah. He you see it light up one last time, and one last time in the same like ice formation. Only this time he doesn't throw it, and he's just trying to take 2 more swipes at you.
Okay.
But those are so it's an 18 and a 17,
Misses.
which both
Wow.
miss.
Misses.
Oh, sorry, and that's even at disadvantage. Forgot. So yeah, both. That's 2 misses. But after the second swipe misses, you see him place his hand towards the ground and kind of do this like quick, and from below you a little rune appears. And can you make me a dexterity saving throw?
What's the plus on that, Philip?
+5.
Great. Let's roll a dice. Let's roll a real life dice.
And then with Flash of Genius,
And a flash of genius.
Well, you don't.
if you need it.
Yeah.
I think I need to decide in advance for flash of genius. But I'll double check.
I think it's when you see the number, but you're not sure if it succeeds or yet.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
succeeds it.
You roll and then you see, because that's what you've done with skill checks. So like, right? Like you roll and then you're like, I'm gonna add Flash of Genius to that to make sure.
Okay. Alright. That is a 9 plus 6, 15. I'm gonna add it, take me to 20.
Okay. With a 20, you are able, as the rune shoots this like flaming tornado in your 5-foot square, you are able to kind of duck out of the way as the effect takes place, seemingly like a trap rune.
Huh.
But you do take. Give me a second.
Half Dolman.
Oh yeah. So that's 7 fire damage to you.
Alright.
Is this kind of a spell?
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Then-
a spell like effect, or it's kind of like a spell.
Then the damage gets halved again because he's within range of my auras.
So
Ooh.
down to just 3 damage.
That's good.
Ooh. Back to you.
Okay. I got my blur on. Okay.
Got my blur on. Let's see. No.
It's your turn.
Yeah. He's there. So this is. I gotta keep doing it. Okay. I'm gonna rush past the other way. No, I really like this. Plus the dex saves. I don't know how often he's gonna throw those at me. I'm gonna take one step to the right, or one step up, so I'm still in Philip's range, and I'm moving within 5 feet of him, causing the damage.
The only way that you can do that would be moving through.
Oh, other side? Sounds perfect. Love
Yeah.
that.
Because Philip's right here, so
You just dash behind him and then hit him in the back of the head.
Yeah.
you do one of those moves where you just get behind him.
Yep. And from that, he is going to take 2 fire damage. I'm gonna do the ever rare melee attack with one of my hammers. Yikes! That's a 13. That's probably not gonna do it, huh?
Nah, he like as you try to, you seem like you're in his field now, and like he just kind of like grabs your hand as it comes in and just moves on.
Alright, I'm gonna go in with another. Jeez Louise, 14.
Yeah, same kind of thing. He just kind of blocks it with the axe handle, pushes it off.
None of this is going the way I hope. This is not going to go the way you think. 3rd time's the charm. Oh my god, are you kidding? It almost landed on 14, but landed on 6. I'm guessing a 15 don't hit. I rolled a 4, 5, and a 6.
Wow.
Unfortunately, it does not connect, and he's just kind of
Alright.
continuing to block it. He's getting you kind of like snide remarks as it's happening. He's just kind of snickering. It's like, come on, I thought you were better than that.
Well, just you wait. I used everything. We're good.
All right.
I mean, I should move. I can move the rest of my movement, right?
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, I'll.
You have 40 feet of movement.
No, if he dexes me, I'm humped. He's not. It's not like he can't get up to me to hit me.
Well, it's weird. It's this thing where it's like you've got like 10 feet of movement over him on this turn.
Yeah.
The trying to stay by Philip wasn't 45. It was only like 35. So
Yeah. That makes sense. I'll stick it out. We'll see how it goes.
Okay. You're gonna stay there.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So on his at the end of your turn, You see him hold the axe up. And then just like press the back of the axe head into his shoulder. And then just cut a little bit and pull it out. And like shakes it off a little. And you see the axe head glow again. Come back into. So he has to take 3d6 damage.
God, I hope he takes himself down with that. Okay, so we're bringing Chromancy into this now.
And he spins it, and it's back to the amber at the top of his turn, like how he started the fight initially. And he's like moving. He's moving quicker. So currently he gets advantage on the first attack. So the blur is he's just gonna have to roll 1 for this one.
Okay.
But the second attack he still has to roll 2.
Okay.
That's 23.
I'm going to shield.
And it blocks it. That is a 19, but with shield still active, you are safe.
Peckums.
Yeah, it kind of like, and you can kind of tell even in your blur that this axe is kind of catching up to your real form, throwing up the shield, swipes off the edge, and he kind of like twists it back, and it's just not able to get you. As a bonus action, he is going to.
Right, because he activated this ability at the end of my turn. Okay.
It's interesting. So the axe works in a very interesting way.
Yeah, or he does. The legendary action, is that axe-based or him-based?
Oh, I can't tell you yet, but I can tell you
Okay.
after.
Alright.
Either way, it's powering the axe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As he did that, Philip and Sitlali, I'm realizing I didn't give you this option. Go ahead and make me a religion check, real quick. But for his bonus action, he is. Well, he is actually going to take a third attack.
Alright.
Go ahead, try to hit the blur boy with shield.
It's another 19. No.
Yes!
Dude, shield saved you from 3 attacks that round.
Yeah.
And blur. I mean,
Yeah.
argue.
Yeah.
All right, back to you. But first, Sitlali and Philip.
12.
26.
As he punctured and removed, you noticed it was right on the spot where Bahamut's head was. And as he pulled it back out, there is no mark left from the blade. But there is a split second where you recognize an alteration, almost like it was an illusion. So the mark that you notice is of an upright black gauntlet, right?
Mm-hmm.
With its
Yep.
thumb
Jesus
and
fucking
with
Christ.
it's
Okay.
basically into a fist. Like this gauntlet is in a fist, but the backside of the hand facing outward, like the metal rivets and everything. Inside here, there is an axe head. You would recognize that sign as sorry. You would recognize that as Bane, Lord of Tyrants symbol. One of the 3 lords. Alright.
It's one of the dudes we put blood in the cauldron for in the Tower of Blight.
Ha.
Yeah.
Then it is your wait. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the end of his turn.
That was the end of his turn. It is now your turn, Liam.
Is this worth it? Yeah, because he could pull out that shit. It's fine. I'm gonna try one more melee attack. Jesus Christ, 4. Okay. Wait, I can't move and then do my second for
Yeah.
two-hand weapon, right? I can? Yeah.
Oh, not
Alright.
well. So here's the thing. Extra attack, you can attack, then move, then attack. A bonus action attack, you can attack with your main action and then attack with your bonus action and have a move in between. You can do
Okay.
that. No matter how many attacks you get, you can move between them.
Okay.
It's not like
Cool.
unless something says you immediately take this thing after doing this thing. That's the only times when that wouldn't be allowed.
Okay, cool. Then yeah, I'm gonna move. I'm gonna go through him. I'm gonna turn the corner. I'm gonna go like 5, 10 around the corner.
Still
There.
within-
That puts him at what? 3/4 cover? Half cover?
No, he's still pretty seen. This is just the
Alright.
corner of a house. Like that's like the corner of a roof. So he
Yeah,
has no
okay.
cover. He's still seen, and you're still within 10 feet of Philip.
All right, I'm gonna take a throw.
He takes the.
I'm just
fire
pressing
damage
myself
as
against
well.
the
I'm gonna
wall
roll
to get
with fire.
Huh?
He takes 5 fire
Oh, yes.
damage because
Thank you.
I got it.
I'm just like pressing myself against the wall to try and extend the aura as far out there as I can.
And I'm
Okay.
playing a little fast and loose with you knowing his positioning, so
Yeah.
Because I know he's in there.
you know he's in
Like
there.
if I stay near the wall, I'm sure Philip will come to me. Is my I guess my hope.
Yeah. That's what I'm allowing.
I wasn't sure if
It's like how I was gonna allow, like, there's a spiritual energy, but like, it's in the house, so it's not like.
Someone's probably
One-
just praying in there unrelated. Yeah, I'll roll for another hit. I'm gonna throw.
Okay,
Um,
so you first.
yeah, that's 17.
17.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, is not enough.
Okay.
He kind of like cuts the hammer down to the ground as it comes back.
Oh, all the trouble hitting this guy. But all I can do now is use my weapons because I started with them. That's one of the issues I have. Once I start weaponing, I can't swap the spells. So let's go with the third and final over here. That's even worse than last time. So that's a miss as well.
man, this last
I
round.
officially, yeah. My dice are forsaking me, but it's okay.
It's gonna be fine.
I was hoping to get the like small 2d6 heals from these, or at least one of them, you know.
Totally fine.
All right.
Do you still have
let's-
a bonus action?
No.
That was the bonus action attack.
Oh,
Yeah.
right, because the first one. Was
Yeah, because I don't have many bonus action spells, so if I'm trying to do damage, once I start using my weapons, that's all I got really.
Sure.
Alright.
All right. His turn. He's going to take a step back. Yeah. And he charges it back up to the red when he's throwing it at you. Oh, yeah, disadvantage. Well, it just like goes right next to you and comes back to his hand. All right, now it is your turn.
Cool. I need to hit him so I can get some of this healing from my arcane jolts. There's a way to help with that. I don't know if I'm ready to use it yet. And it takes a whole turn, so maybe I should do it now, since it's going to take my actions.
If you're doing what I'm if you're talking about what I'm thinking, you basically wouldn't lose the effects of blur if you did it. So
It's not gone. No, same effect. is
Yeah,
what you're saying.
basically you'll get to carry over the blur effects essentially with what it is, if we're thinking about the same thing.
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't know if I want to use my turn to do that or if I want to try and get some hits in.
That's fair.
That's my trouble with the one-on-one thing. I have a hard time like balancing those two ideas personally.
Here's the thing. I mean, he's getting disadvantage, like, as long as the dice stop fucking you.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm literally... How many feet am I from? 10, 20, 30,
20.
40. Wait, no. 5, 10, 15, 20. 20. I'm gonna literally just, like, sprint up towards his square and sprint back to my position just to give him that 1d6 fire damage.
Blah, blah.
it's like blow a
Yeah, so
raspberry.
that's 6. Ew, 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 ew.
Just like blow a
Um,
raspberry.
Yeah. It's like I'm foot drifting.
I run up and fire dab on him, and then
Yeah. On the hater. Then you know what they say, death to tyrants. Let's just take a good 3-round swing. Just 1, 2, 3 hits. You know.
Okay.
All right, there we go. 25.
That's a hit.
And I'm going to use Arcane Jolt to give myself a little bit of healing. I'm going to pop this bad boy to give him additional 2d4 force damage. Bop bop. There's those that I've built up. There. Okay. So starting off with damage, that's 9 plus 3, so 12. And I'm gonna heal up 8. Not bad.
Good. Very nice. That's your first hit.
I'm gonna go in for a second hit. Let's be spicy. Why not? I'm gonna make this one a sharpshooter hit.
Do it!
Yeah. So I'll roll regular type because it's just +4 instead of +9. That's a big old miss. Mr. Rooney's doing it,
Sorry,
but it
but-
would have missed either way. Is the thing. So I got the health right. That was my main goal. So I'm gonna go for another sharpshooter. Just live
Okay.
gosh darn dangerous.
Okay.
Oh, that was so close. 18.
18 is just enough.
Yes.
Oh!
It was so close to a critical, but
Ah, that would have been rad.
yeah.
all right, so that's the AC.
Yeah, I mean, +10 's pretty good. Though
As
critical
you-
on a sharpshooter is insane.
Yes.
As you kind of wind out on the second attack and it just veers way off and it comes back to your hand, you take the moment to really focus, and as you jut it forward and you see him try to like spin the axe in a way that was like going to catch the hammer and throw it to the ground, and he's just off, and you like one of those like curveball pitches. It just
Oh,
and
wanted curve the.
yeah,
curve the hammer.
yeah, curved the hammer. Go ahead and roll your damage, buddy.
All right.
D8 plus 10.
12 plus 10.
22.
So 22.
Damn.
Damage on that boy. Yeah.
Thank you.
Love me some sharpshooter.
He's looking rough.
Good. Death to tyrants.
Yeah.
He's- I have great strength, and I have fought harder battles than this boy, and lived.
Justice and good above all. Honor and fealty to the king. Honor and respect to righteous innocence. Honor and duty to the balancer, to her mercy, and the justice maker. I just keep reading out the Tarian code, just growing louder and louder in this guy's face.
He Did I do it again? Okay, good. It's like I feel like I keep hitting my headphones. So he. What's he gonna do? Run. That's all he's got. Ice again. As he throws it, he's starting to move in. It misses you. And by this point, he gets it back into his hand. And he tries to, like, use his charge to do anything. And you're able to just smash your hammer directly into his. Because what's the... Have we been counting the defense ones, by the way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I've been keeping track of my, like, where I get points back and using my skills at forward.
Yeah, he missed you by one.
Oh,
Missed
okay.
you by
Oh, great.
one.
Perfect.
So it's like, I'm pretty sure that's within the parameters. Whatever. I just want to make sure that we need to say that more out loud. I forget that you're actually a person where it really matters. Me
How
telling
close
you,
they hit me by
yeah,
or missed me by.
like, I need to tell you the numbers. So, yeah, that was an 18. So,
Chef's kiss. There are
Um,
times I'll use shield even when I can't catch with it to get within 3 of the thing to get a point back.
Yeah.
That's fine. Okay.
Also, then it's up if they do have multiple attacks, but getting those points back are huge for me because I can use those points to use shield more than I have spell slots for.
As he does his second attack, and the ice crumbles from the axe, and you're you're just keeping pace with him. You see him getting a little nervous, and you see his eyes, for just a moment, dart to the guards kind of stationed around you, and then just look back to you. Your turn.
Fucking do it. I dare you.
He's right up on me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just skip by, so I'm some 5 feet away on the other side of the building. Or I was thinking like alongside the building, kind of. So I'm basically, yeah, right there is A-okay, and I'll pop off some attacks on him.
Do his damage first. One.
Yes, thank you. All right. And I got 2 Archangels left. That is something. And I'm just go at him with the hammer. Oh, that was so close. Miss. I rolled an 11.
Okay.
Second, Dunkzilla. That is a 27. I'm gonna use one of my points to push him 10 feet back,
Okay.
and I'm gonna use Archangels on myself.
Gets pushed 10 feet.
That is 7 health to me.
How much damage was it to him?
You didn't roll it.
Oh, I didn't roll the damage yet. No.
Yeah.
Sorry. I just knew that it did in fact.
No
hit.
problem.
Cool beans. All right, 10. And third one, I'm gonna go for another sharpshooter.
That's the way to do it.
God, if you land this.
No, I didn't.
Dang.
Oh.
I rolled a 2. And there was a d6 attached to it for no reason, but I rolled a 2, so miss.
Got it. He seems... I will not lose here. You see him at the end of your turn. And there's an archer back at the wall who shoots off a shot. Not towards you, but a flaming arrow is shot outward, up. And as it hits about 30 feet up, little firecracker goes off. On his turn, he tries to do his cool effect one more time. He's gonna try to throw it, run up, and then catch, and then he's doing the reverse of what you're doing. That is a 23.
Shield.
As he... This time, it is charged with the electric again. But, Alright, that's 20. But with shield still active on a 20, he does not hit. Fucking sucks, man.
Yeah. Listen, I made myself hard to hit, specifically after last
It's just
time.
this. Nobody else wants Star Trek?
Oh, okay, that's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, it was Kirk versus Spock. They get put into a gladiatorial pit, and they're friends, and they have to fight each other because they had to get out.
And the entire time they're just going.
No, that's not music that's playing.
Okay.
Honestly, I want to see this scene where Kirk and Spock are just screaming at each other as they're fighting.
Leonard Nimoy's fucking voice just.
Trying to go up there. Like that's my Star Trek.
He's right in front of me, dead ass point blank. Draw my pistol,
Oh God.
hold it right in front of his face, and cast Conjure Barrage.
Oh well, let's do the fire damage. Oh, you have to move through, or do they have to? They have to
I
start.
have to move within 5 feet of him. Does that include backing up 5 feet when I am in 5 feet of him? It's weirdly worded.
It's weirdly worded, so that's why I'm allowing these like moves and stuff. So
Yeah.
But most likely it says like once per turn. I thought it said start.
When you move within 5 feet of a creature or object that is moving or carried, so it seems like you have to like it's move by him. So you could like sidestep
Yeah.
and it would still count.
When you move within. Okay.
Yeah, I mean...
I guess it could also is move within. So if your starting point is 5 feet of them, that's still moving within.
No, you're not
5 feet of
moving.
them.
You have.
It doesn't say
you haven't
move
taken a
to
step.
within 5 feet.
No, but but so if I took a step backwards, I'm moving...
That would be away from them then.
Okay. I'm gonna step slightly to the right, basically 1 block to the right, so I'm standing... So I'll be aiming straight down the alleyway.
Yeah.
Is the archer on the wall like in range?
No. Because he's off this way.
Yeah.
All right, go for it.
Did I hit cast? No, there we go. Alright, it's a dex save.
All right. Well, that's a 10.
He misses.
Fail.
It's not incredible. This is another spell that's better for
It's a
large
group
groups,
it's a group
but it was
spell.
something
Not
where I was pretty much guaranteed to do some damage. Or I was guaranteed to do some damage at least. 12 damage.
All right. He's looking pretty rough. And he's just...
You call for reinforcements?
Wouldn't you?
Haven't yet.
And he stabs himself one more time with the back of the axe. And pulls it out. Ready to... That's the second time. 6. Okay. Let's see if we can get it done. It charges back up. On his turn, turns red. He's gonna try to hit you. It's a 14. That's a 20.
Shield.
God, I hope that's his last one, but it probably isn't.
Well, hammer shield too. Like,
It's not. It's because I'll use spell slots for it, but then I'll take hits enough that I can use the points instead. So I can do this all day.
Well, that's his turn.
I'm worried about that.
This is, by the way,
The firework.
as the start of your turn hits, the heat subsides. You are no longer under the effects of Flame Stride.
Okay.
1 minute has passed.
Yeah. Yep. So I can't back away without
Provoking attacks of opportunity.
provoking attacks of opportunity. Let's go with a hammer.
That's the other reason that this fight has kind of gone in your favor, is you've been able to just move away.
Yes, 100%.
Give me half a second. Chelsea, you're doing what now?
I think he finishes.
Seeing the spirit totem at like the corner, like of the room, and that when I use my reaction to grant advantage to my allies' attack rolls when I choose,
Okay.
which I'm going to choose every round to provide him with a bonus or advantage.
Right, you'll give it to him once. So
Yeah.
if you want, because it's a reaction, you can say, "I give you advantage.
That's what
I
I'm
give
gonna
you
do.
advantage on that attack." So you just rolled an 18, right?
Yes.
Okay, that is a hit.
Fuck him up. Put him down this round.
I'd love to. I'm going to knock him back 10 feet.
Okay.
He takes 11 damage from that hit.
Jesus.
All right.
You got 2 more.
And
Um,
we'll just say for the purposes of Chelsea is giving you advantage on one of them. So if you roll poorly on one, you're like, I'll take the advantage on that one. You can
I'll
do so.
take it on this one because I'm going to use sharpshooter.
We'll see if you need it.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
That's
like,
fair. That's
yeah,
fair.
That's
All right.
more of a point.
So
This is sort of ad hocing what it's supposed to be, so it's not,
we know 17 misses. I'm going to take advantage on this one.
Okay.
That was a pretty good roll. Yeah, no, 17.
Fortunately, that does miss.
Man, it's so close.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna go one more regular, not sharpshooter.
Okay.
That was almost critical. Probably would have hit with sharpshooter. It would have hit with sharpshooter. Dang it. 23.
It's all good, man.
I'm gonna use arcane. I'm gonna use my last arcane jolt to add damage to this asshole.
Let's go. Put him down.
Yeah.
Put him down so we can deal with the reinforcements.
Yep. That is 10 plus 17 bludgeoning damage. 10 plus 7 bludgeoning damage. Or it's 17 bludgeoning damage total.
10 damage, 7 of which
7
is the arcane jolt, right? 'Cause
Yeah,
So that's the force damage.
force damage. I get those
Yeah.
two mixed up.
No, it's all
Okay.
good.
10 bludgeon, 7 force.
It's 27 this round.
As that final hammer is thrown, you see him and buckle to the ground. Wait.
Did you wait before you killed my grandfather? I'm gonna smash his head in.
1, 2. He says, "We can. It doesn't take one.
Add
Sharpshooter!
Terry code every hit.
By the third one, he's on the ground.
I'm just weeping, blood and tears down my face, screaming this code out as I'm hammering on this body. I imagine it's raining, but I'm sure it's not.
You did gather a bunch of clouds from Bahamut.
Huh?
The rain starts. Which makes Call Lightning more effective.
You're hearing everyone, the commotion throughout the entirety of this section of the city is beginning. Knights are moving, and they are moving to your spot. And the guard who shot the arrow, he has climbed down the ladder, and he is rushing to this spot.
Is there anything different about his armor?
About Runix?
Yeah. Now that he is dead?
As you do that, and there is this moment where you see the head of Bahamut reshape and form into the Black Gauntlet of Bane, Lord of Tyrants.
I'm gonna try and like grab basically his body, lift it up so the symbol's facing outward. This was your leader. He betrayed everything this order stands for. Look at what this man believed in.
All of them are just sort of one of them steps forward. Seems to be roughly your dad's age.
Try and keep him held up there and raise the hand with my cloth with the other. All I want is for you, who swore an oath, to be better at keeping it than this man was. These are the words he swore to uphold. This is how he acted. This order was better once. I wanted to be one of you once. You can all be better than this. Drop his body, lower my arm.
And they look to each other, just easy to look past this. But they won't. I joined to keep in mind those oaths you speak of. Not a man in this company. Well, maybe some. And he turns around and he says, "And we will weed you out." Under this man's leadership we did many things that I did not agree with. But I could not leave. You become numb. Thank you for giving me purpose. And he kneels down. A couple of the other younger ones who were kind of next to him, about your age, kneel down as well. Probably out of the 35 knights guarding this station, about 20 of them get down. The 10, sorry, the 10, 15 left. Five of which have started to gather horses to get out of it. You can kind of tell they're trying to get out of town. You fools. Fools. he made a bad deal. It's a lie. You could not have beaten him. There's no way. Our leader was just. There were reasons behind it. There has to be. And as like this one person keeps screaming, from the clouds above comes a streak of lightning to that man's form. And Chard drops
Is that nameless?
the body who used to be there. And a mess of lightning strikes the ground next to the tower. It's hard to make out at this position, but it's just the thunder and the vibration from this event is breathtaking and deafening. And at that, the other 9 bow. And the 5 getting to their horses stop and kneel. And the one who spoke to you before you truly do speak through his voice today.
Just glad that we agreed on something, you know? Just get out of town. Do better. I think you can. I appreciate your words, especially in they're leading these others to not attack me and mine. I want you to go out and do better. Please do it somewhere else. I just want my home left alone.
If we ever come back, it will be to pay penance. He steps forward. Meanwhile, stretches his hand. You will see me again.
I nod. I'm just gonna walk up towards the tower.
The knights gather there. He kind of seems to be some higher ranking person, enough to command these men to get out of there. As you see them leaving town, probably about half of them go left and half of them go right.
Gonna walk up to the gates of the tower. I'm gonna just go for the door. Just go reach out, grab the door handle, and try and open it.
It's tough, it's heavy, but you're able to muscle it out.
Call out for my mom and Doc.
Your dad is already at the bottom, kind of just sitting there waiting. He's got like this. He's got just like this regular sword. He's just got a long sword in his hand, staring at the door, waiting. And as you walk in the door, he says,
Home.
"Yeah, gets up. He steps over to you. Says, there's nothing better than you coming home. I hope you know.
I just hug my dad and cry.
He does the same. He kind of just drops the sword and the moments that go by are sort of endless. And as you come back to the reality of the situation, he says, let's go. Let's go tell your mom.
Sorry about your dad. Sorry I wasn't here.
I'm not. Could have been you up on that wall, son. My dad was a fool and brash. You picked up maybe one or two of his bad habits. But the one I'm most proud of, the one thing that you got from him, that proves you're where you ought to be, is when you came back. You didn't fight for nothing but anybody else. Stanford was a hard man to please, but there's nothing he loved more than just helping. You proved that, son. I was a bit of a disappointment to my father. When I quit. But when I saw him standing there, in defiance of the order he protected for our long time, it took everything to stay in here. It's the only way to honor that sacrifice, I guess.
Okay, I gotta go. I gotta see Mom, and then I gotta apologize to my friends. I ran off without him to do something stupid again, and I keep telling him to stop.
You can't stop stupid, son. It's just in your blood.
Thanks, Dad. I love you.
I love you too. I'm gonna go help clean up.
I'll be back. I'll be out soon.
You race up the tower. It takes a bit to get to the top, and as you do, you see your mom sitting on the ground, exhausted. You can tell. She just sits there. As you come in, she's, oh. And I heard steps on the stairwell. Oh. I lost myself a little bit there at the end, so I didn't know if you won.
It's done. It's done. Let's get you some rest, some food. I'll help you downstairs.
Oh, stop it. It's fine. It's fine. Just gotta. Oh, and she just like can barely even stand. Just, I don't think. Actually, yes. Could you help me?
Yeah, I got you.
As you step down the stairs, she says, I haven't done that much magic in a long time.
Yeah.
It's really not for the elderly, is it? It's really just kind of a young person's game. Magic using.
You should tell them that at the college. I think they have differing opinions. But,
Oh. Nothing would bore me more than to go back to that place.
Alright, I'll cancel our airship tickets then, Mom.
You could get a better education by just going out and learning magic yourself.
I know, Mom. just getting her riled up so she had a little more energy. And
Right, yeah. As it keeps coming down, before you guys exit the tower, she stops and she says, "You're the only reason we're stepping out of here today."
I hate that because Fran made it.
It wouldn't have been your fault.
I don't know if you've heard the song, Ma, but everything's my fault. I don't.
They weren't just here for you.
Yeah.
They were here for that stone.
Yeah. Yeah.
You changed things, son. Maybe only a handful of things. But in this life, or in any life after, that's all you get. A handful of moments and a handful of people. And I think you've been using them wisely. The tale of Liam Hammerfist starts at Tummerl. And I'm very excited to see the ending. Because there's no way that that boy who started there ends up there. It just wouldn't be good storytelling.
Let's get you into bed. Then get me into bed.
Fine.
Gotta go talk to my handful of people first. But once you're talked to, it's safe.
We're safe. We got you. She gives you a little kiss on the cheek and then goes out. The rest of you, while he has been doing this, what would you like to have been doing?
I'm gonna help clean up. I'm gonna start helping clean up.
Yeah. I guess go around, see if anybody's been hurt or anything.
No, it doesn't seem like anyone else has been hurt by the events of the fight, specifically, or even those lightning blasts. And as the two of you are marking it out, it almost looks like it's making a shape. Those lightning blasts. It has like a pattern to it.
Do I have to do a religion check to see if
No. It definitely looks like the head of a platinum dragon.
Yeah, that'll do
Love
it. Alright.
Yeah, he's vain. He's got it. He knows what he's about.
It's his
He's
right.
proud.
Might as well. Yeah,
Yeah.
he should be.
It's like, look, I know what I am. Yes.
Can I look around for a rock?
You find a rock.
Like the nicest rock I can find.
Investigation check.
Come on, natural 20.
That's not the show.
Oh. 10.
You find a rock. You're pretty sure it's a good rock. If you had to test it against every rock to see if it was the best rock, you're not certain.
There's a lot of rocks here.
There's a lot of rocks here. Looks like it would take you
Okay.
the better part of like a week to figure out which one is like the nicest rock.
Okay. Well, I'm pretty happy with this rock then. And, that's all.
All right.
Is it nice? It's like a nice big rock, though, right? Like a.
Yeah, it's like a palm-sized. Yeah. Can't wait to see what this is about. There's nothing you do that doesn't have purpose, but like I just can't wait to see what this one is.
I want to ask the general if we should, if he could help, like if we could take down Semper's body.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can get that done.
All right.
I'm gonna go bring everyone back home. Let them know that we have one again. So,
Oh, also, that knight that seemed to take charge after this. Do you know his name?
what's that?
The knight that, the Sapphire Heart that talked to Liam. Did you catch his name at all, or?
No name. Didn't give it, and I don't recognize him.
Alright. Yeah. Get everybody home. I'm gonna see who else I can help around here.
All right. See you in a while. He leaves. Liam, you exit the tower. Your friends are walking about, helping. Nameless is carrying a rock, which is sort of par for the course.
I was this close. I was this close to using the word, said Lolly. I was so close.
At that, I'm gonna run and like launch myself and like hug him. Don't you ever, and I mean ever, walk away from us like that. Again, I understand why you did it. But please, please, please at least just let us know where you're going next time.
Yeah.
But I'm so proud of you. I knew you could. I told you you were going to win, and you did it. And you did it.
Yeah. Thank you.
You saved a lot of people doing what you did. Meaning the knight. We were gonna have to kill all the knights if you didn't do it the way you did it. So it's
Yeah, I suppose so. Thank you guys for being here, for showing up, and when I'm doing something stupid. I was just so angry, and I was so tired of not doing it right. I don't know. just glad it's done. And I'm glad that you're here. And I'm sorry I run off and do stupid things.
We've all got stuff we gotta take care of. You didn't do something stupid. You did something just. Just because it isn't safe doesn't mean it's stupid. I would know. I'm a connoisseur of both.
Thanks.
So, what are we planning on doing for food?
Taco Bell? Taco Bell? Taco Bell? We keep saying we need to get Arcus money back. And every time we don't, I end up being glad.
That's,
No, come to my place. I'll whip something up. Mom needs food. So I need to make something for her anyway. Everyone, you should come back to my place. Have some
Alright.
food. Breakfast. It's morning. It's morning.
And I'll help.
Liam,
Yeah.
I got you this rock. Because I know before you, it helped you get out of a sticky situation and you lost Dwayne.
Yeah.
But also, because, yeah, you ran away and did something stupid. But also you were really strong. And I think you should remember the real day you became the boy hero.
I have this rock to remember it by.
I would like if you don't throw it, though, at people, unless you need to.
Right, emergency use only.
I'm calling this one DJ,
DJ.
so...
Right.
I just got him.
Thank you. And thanks for your help.
I didn't do anything. Well, I did, but it didn't do anything.
Thank you. Let's go eat.
Then we can
Okay.
find out, and then we can find out how to frame a rock.
I already got plans.
The shadow box, thank you.
Yeah.
It's a really nice display case.
Would engrave only in emergencies break glass.
I also I love the idea too of this like really nice case, and somebody's like, "Oh, what's it? It's a rock.
That rock is pretty good.
It's a pretty good rock.
It's a pretty good rock, I guess."
It would take you a week to figure out if there was a better rock than this.
And only from one specific place.
Yeah.
Really.
This is actually locally sourced.
It's fair trade.
Well, not really. You kind of just took a rock, so it's not really. You didn't give anything back. It's not fair trade.
Free roaming.
Free, yeah, cage free.
Cage free.
rock.
Until you put it in the glass.
That's true.
It was a cage free rock.
And I keep it.
This bit is so good.
Yeah.
So dumb.
Thank you guys for watching me fight for 2 hours.
I've been waiting for this all week.
Exciting.
Yeah.
And legitimately, as they walk to breakfast, trying to figure out the next part of their plan, most likely to go back home to Dracarius. That is where we will end our session tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for being along the ride. Thank you. Who's the company that does these?
This mat that we ended up pulling is from the Animal Adventures Gullet Cove thing that just came out a couple months ago by Steamforged Games.
That's right. It was Steamforged.
Yeah.
Steamforged.
That sounds very cute.
Oh, it is.
It is
It's
very
like the
cute.
Dungeons and Doggies.
I got all of the Dungeons and Doggies and Cats and Catacombs and Gullet Cove minis because at some point I want us to play it.
Yeah.
But
It's
yeah.
very. It
Comment
seems very
below
fun.
if you want to see that.
Yeah. It'll be easier when we're in person, I think. But yeah.
Well, thank you everyone. Hope you have a good rest of your day or night whenever you watch this. See you later.